balance out those macronutrients. We also have another one, number 6, which is failure to address nutritional deficiencies. So vitamin and mineral deficiencies are crucial. As I mentioned earlier with medicines, many medicines actually inhibit or cause a deficiency in vitamins and minerals, and that's why they disrupt you. So you might have a diet where you're nutritionally devoid. You might not be getting adequate nutrients in the diet that you're currently eating. You maybe you've just been recently told you have a gluten issue, and so you got years of gluten-induced damage, which comes with malnutrition, nutrient deficiencies, and so maybe you're deficient in zinc and you're deficient in certain B vitamins and you're deficient in selenium. And so, I could talk about biochemical examples all day long. Selenium is important for thyroid hormone function, and if you don't have selenium, your thyroid won't drive your metabolic function appropriately. You're not going to effectively run your metabolism. We could say the same thing about certain B vitamins. We could say the same thing about other minerals and their functions. But at the end of the day, micronutrient imbalance becomes a major problem for many people who are stuck. Again, if you're doing everything else right up to this point and you're stuck, one of the easy things that you can consider at this point is a really high quality. I'm not talking about your going over to the drugstore and buying that $6 bottle of multivitamins that's full of junk. I'm talking about a very high quality multivitamin mineral complex. And this is just as a kind of almost like insurance. If you have enough major deficiency, this is not going to correct it. But if you just need a little extra support, this could be the make or break it for you. The extra B vitamins or the extra minerals in a good multivitamin, multi-mineral formulation. And you have to be careful with these because a lot of them, they sell them, they look good, the package is pretty, but what's actually in the package is vitamins and minerals that don't mix well with biochemistry, a bunch of corn or sugar or grain fillers that you want to try to avoid. So be careful when you're picking one out. But this can be, again, another big issue for a lot of folks. And then the last on the list is incorrect exercise. And this is different for different people. So, a lot of programs you get online and they're kind of like one size fits all with exercise, like do my program or do this program. And some people, have tried a lot of different programs and failed. But at the end of the day, the right exercise becomes important. What does that mean, the right exercise? It depends on where you're at. I've seen cases where people that shouldn't be in a CrossFit gym, which is very, aggressive exercise, where you get somebody who hasn't exercised in 20 years and they walk into that kind of a gym and they injure themselves, and now they can't exercise because they're injured, right? That would be sabotaging your progress and an approach to exercise that's incorrect. You start with where you're at. So like if you're a 65-year-old female and you haven't exercised in 10 years, you got to start with some fundamentals first. And one of the things I would recommend is get with a qualified, experienced exercise expert, trainer, somebody who's got 5+ years of experience working with people in your age group. Because a lot of the trainers today, you can hire somebody who's really good, but if all they've ever done is train bodybuilders to compete, and you're a 65-year-old female, it's the wrong hire. They're not going to understand your needs, your biochemistry. They're not going to understand your level. They're going to try to put you into the same position they put the bodybuilders that they train. And that's a recipe for injury. So you've got to, if you need help, if you need specific guidance, you want to hire somebody who understands you and your age group and your status, where you're at along the spectrum of physical fitness. Because this is an area that far too often people go in, they get injured, and once you're injured, if you're already malnourished and then you get injured, now your injury won't heal. And so then that just gives you another 6-month excuse, right, to keep not doing the things that are necessary for you to improve your health overall. So exercise is very important. So take it at your pace. The best thing I can say is take exercise at your pace, listen to your instinct, don't do more. It's always better to do less, err on the side of caution, doing less, to first figure out how your body will react and respond. And then if you react and respond well, slowly increase the resistance, slowly increase the difficulty level, slowly increase the complexity, and move up from there. But don't try to go all in, all complex, all challenging, and if you haven't trained in a long time. We have a name for that for men. Sometimes that you hear this where young men, when they were young anyway, they played like football or they played a major sport, and then 20 years goes by and they're working a desk job every day, and then they go out on the weekend and they try to play the sport as if they never sat at a desk for 20 years, deteriorating. We call those people weekend warriors, right? Because they go out on the weekend, they try to do what they used to do, and they injure themselves out. So don't be that person. Approach it with strategy. Approach it with a plan that matches where you're at within your fitness level, so that you don't injure yourself and then create the environment where you can't exercise at all. So those 7 strategies, the top mistakes I see. Again, it doesn't matter whether you're trying to put weight on or whether you're trying to lose weight.
Hey, don't forget to check out the rest of the series right here. Make sure you hit subscribe below. And as always, thanks for tuning in.